Taylor Swift faces copyright lawsuit. We have all twerked to Taylor's Shake It Off at some point, but sadly, the Grammy Award winner is facing a lawsuit these days because of this song, and we're going to tell you why. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Taylor Swift, who faces a copyright lawsuit. Yeah, you heard it right, so let's get started without any further delay. So the story is about a few songwriters who have accused Taylor of stealing lines from their song and making a whole song out of them. It seems very unlikely that the Billboard queen Taylor would do something like that, but the songwriters soon filed a case against Taylor for a copyright claim. Initially, everyone thought that the case was not strong enough. It would not reach the level of trial. Everyone would forget about it real soon. But the judge gave his decision in favor of the songwriters and put the case forward for trial. The judge said that though Taylor's Shake It Off is not exactly plagiarized, but there still are such similarities between the two songs that cannot be ignored.
Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake it off, shake it off.
And not putting this case on trial would be unfair to the songwriters. So the trial of this case started in front of a jury, and the songwriters were very confident that Taylor stole the lines from their song, but things did not turn out as they wanted them to be. The lawyers of Taylor were far more experienced and elite than the ones these two songwriters had, and that is why they were unable to satisfy the jury, and the case was thrown out in 2018 because of lack of evidence and foundation of accusations. However, it is not over. So the two songwriters were not going to give up on their creativity so easily, so they once again filed a case, despite their first one being a big fail. Amid all this, Taylor's media team and lawyers started bad-mouthing the songwriters. The representative of Taylor even called the songwriters greedy and said that they were doing all this just to grab some money and that this whole case was a big scam. And courts are not understanding the plot that the duo is hatching for money against Taylor. And we all know that bad-mouthing doesn't really help in legal cases, but still Taylor's team even said that these allegations are ridiculous and nothing more than a way for the duo to get some money, because that has been their motive since the very beginning of this case. The two songwriters who are claiming that the iconic lines of Shake It Off are taken from their song are Sean Hall and Nathan Butler, and if you listen to their song Players Gone Play, you will realize that how similar it is to Shake It Off. Our all-time favorite lines, the player's gonna play, 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 the hater's gonna hate, hate, hate.
The players gonna play, 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 and the haters gonna hate, 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 hate.
Are basically a ripoff of the original lyrics by Nathan and Sean, which says, players they gonna play and haters they gonna hate. Yeah, we know how similar these two songs sound, and if we think about the decision of the judge putting this case on trial, it seems pretty justified now. The lack of evidence against this copyright claim was still not enough except for the lyrics themselves. Nathan and Sean claim that they have used players and haters together, which is a unique combination, and people don't often use them together in songs. But then how come Taylor managed to come up with the same type of lines using the same words? And to be very honest, their claims seem justified. But the Taylor fans cannot really imagine that their icon has plagiarized a song from someone else and hasn't even given them any credit. It is very unlikely of Taylor because personally, she's a very kind-hearted celebrity among all, and people really love her nature. But here it turns out, Taylor was not kind at all when she completely ripped off the lyrics from someone else's song. But it seems like the judge is not that big of a Taylor fan, so he's put the case on trial once again. Taylor's now facing a lawsuit, and even though she has personally requested the judge to dismiss this case, he has denied Taylor's request. It is very suspicious that instead of waiting for justice, Taylor's trying to sabotage it. And it is the same Taylor that fought for copyright claims of her songs for years and has finally created Taylor's version of her top songs. But still, we hope that justice prevails. However, this lawsuit is getting Taylor some really bad publicity, and it's not good for the reputation that Taylor has maintained for years. This lawsuit is like a big nightmare for Taylor because she never thought that two songwriters would come out of nowhere and file such a big lawsuit against her most famous song. We will have to wait for the final verdict of the jury, but the songwriters Sean and Butler are positive that the verdict will be in their favor because they have nothing to hide. Taylor's side is also doing everything they can to win this case. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section what you think about this lawsuit, and can Taylor actually take lines from someone else's song? I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more like this, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to give comments and provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the next video with some more amazing celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.